Hello, here are the New York, New Jersey, Philadelphia regional announcements for the month of September. During the Remnant Day in August, Sujin Lim from New Jersey Oneness Church shared her CBDIP and prayed representative prayer. Through the school evangelization, the evangelist held on to the covenant enjoyed in advance that had the time of praying. After the service, Pastor Wonmuk Lee organized the WRC messages and preached that we must realize that God has called us as 237 healing and summit leaders, so we must have the spiritual system to heal myself, the age, and the future through prayer. During the RUTC prayer meeting in August, Pastor Yeonil Kim gave a sermon titled RUTC that restores a kingdom of priests like a king. He emphasized that the RUTC must be open up the ages of missions in oneness because many of the theological seminaries are closing down. During the Alumni Evangelization School in September, Pastor Suyeon Park gave a sermon titled Added and conveyed that God's things must be established as only uniqueness and recreation. It is important that what is God's becomes mine, and once it is individualized, the discipleship and globalization happens. He emphasized that the standard of editing the word is only gospel, and we must focus on the flow, realize God's intention, and connect it through missions in our field. On September 13th, interpretation training was held by the Northeastern Regional RUTC. Esther Chang, Director of Interpretation for Darakbang Headquarters, stated that it is of most importance to firmly believe that I am an interpreter that God has raised and have the spiritual state within the flow of the word. She also shared what she went through as an interpreter and told the remnants to prepare what it takes to be an interpreter with mission. Please pray for the system to raise interpreters through continuous training. Pastor's wife Nam Suk-kwon of New Jersey Covenant Church is hosting her 8th exhibition with the theme of Covenant Journey at the Korean Community Center Gallery in Tenafly from October 1st to 15th. The exhibition is composed of 4 key topics: Dream of Wilderness, Vision of Canaan, Christ finished everything on the cross, and the power of the throne that transcends times and space, the light of 237. The opening reception is on October 1st from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. The New York Emmanuel Church held their summer retreat in late August. Teachers paid visit to the remnant households in each region, where they had precious conveyed the gospel to their invited friends and worship together. Additionally, the church will be relocated under God's absolute authority. Each household will serve as a church, where the young adults and seniors will gather in New Jersey while the college group gathers in Manhattan to worship. Looking forward to God's guidance, the church started 50-day concentration prayer for the church building. The New Jersey Covenant Church is continuing the summer school where multi-ethnic remnants and TCKs gather after Sunday service for meditation training and have arranged an art healing center to learn and make way of salvation through art. Also, there is an evangelism school with the TCKs met in the field every Monday at 8 p.m. on Zoom, hosted by Deacon Jerry. Furthermore, during the 70 local colleges in Evangelism Tour Camp in September 2nd, students from NJIT have participated in the service and received the blessing of continuous system being constructed at Brandon Coffee Shop in Bloomfield College. Deaconess Gloria Koo have been commissioned as EMS teacher within God's timetable. Please pray that the EMS enjoys the blessing of saving 237 nations, 5,000 tribes, and the deaconess is used in God's work. Last week of August, funeral service was held for Elder Hakyun Shin and Remnant Eunyeol Lee. It was time of reflecting back on the covenant journey of a remnant and a lay leader to see how God has led their life flawlessly. The church had a precious time of holding on to the absolute covenant of only towards this age, America, the churches, and the posterities. Thank you.